I don't want to say it's springtime. Good morning, everybody. But I don't want to say it's springtime and jinx myself. But have a look around. It's only been 2 days since I shot that VVOR chimney sweeping video over there. And look at the yard now. In 2 days, we've had such mild weather up here. Our snow's pretty much eradicated. Everything is shrinking over there. Lost a lot of snow in the backyard. So anyway, super mild temperatures up here. We got a nice run of sunny weather coming up for the next couple days, but springtime is always a chore with this driveway. It's always going to be. Doesn't matter who owns the property. That's why when you move up here, it's always nice to have a piece of equipment, especially a loader tractor, but that's not what we're working with this morning. I'm running the track loader only because now the frost is out of the ground. It's coming right out and real fast. And if you look, and this driveway, when it was installed, and I understand why, too much money. And to do this driveway, if you had tons of money to piss away, like tons, and you were building this house, you'd bring a dozer in and you'd put a rock base down, and you'd do your fabric and you'd cover it up and you'd tamp it down, roll it, you'd do the whole job perfectly. But guess what? That's well without out of reach of a lot of people. So this driveway was kind of just built on top of a clay bed, and in the springtime, you can feel it pumping on the clay. It's just probably here, the rock that was left here, gravel on top of it. It was probably all cleared out with an excavator, maybe smoothed out a bit with a dozer. They just dumped gravel in here and they came all the way up from the road, and that's fine. I don't criticize anybody for doing it that way because it's just too much money for this length of driveway. So what happens is now you get these rocks that the frost has pushed up, and if you look at all the little craters right there, you get tons and tons of these little craters everywhere, and you can see them. Look at the rocks push up and then they settle down, and all those little craters are all over the place, and that's fine. So in the driveway, the rocks push up and they settle down a little bit, but when that frost comes out of that clay toward the top and gravel, it really pumps you to bring a vehicle up. So I'm just doing some repairs, and I have to do them every year. That's just the way it is. So this was a real soft spot in this clay right here on top coming around. And actually, I took that Coyote tractor and I was whipping around here coming up the driveway the other day, and that right-hand tire probably went down 2 inches, 2 to 3 inches right here in the middle. Really, really soft clay. So I just wait for the spring drain off to come. The water perks away, and this driveway hardens up like concrete. Once this dries up a little bit in here, it hardens right up for the rest of the year. So I don't get too shaken up. In fact, it gives me something to do this time of year. I've got the gravel on hand. So we're running granular A up here, right there, A gravel. So you can see what we're trying to accomplish. Look at the right hand side of the driveway up there between the camera and the machine. It is rough and it is rocky coming in here because in the springtime I get a little bit of wash here, but not bad this year, but it's just rough coming in. So swinging around from the road here, right there, when you swing around from the road and you hit the opening portion of this driveway, it's just rough. All I'm doing is just infilling a little bit with gravel in here. That's it. Just a simple springtime chore in this. Grader down flat and be done. And we'll just let the vehicles pack it in as they come up, and just smoothing this out. And if you look, have a look at this. Pure bedrock there. As you can see looking here, this driveway starts right on a massive chunk of bedrock. It's all bedrock up through here, and you can only go down about 12 inches up there past the machine. You drill down, you hit solid bedrock there. So this driveway and this portion was laid right down on bedrock. And one thing the coarse aggregate does, these boulders in this driveway, one thing they do, which is a big advantage, is they do stabilize the incline of this driveway. Like there's massive boulders underneath this driveway that were left here when they put them on top. And it does help when the soil shifts and when the washing comes down a little bit to stabilize that driveway. So to go in the springtime now and bring the excavator down here and actually start digging out these boulders that are toward the top, I don't touch those at all. What I do is, unless they're exceptionally high and the frost has pushed them up really high, I just leave them alone because they help with the stability on this incline of this driveway, and that's it. So we'll carry on. So sometimes you just can't help it, and these guys here, they come out so far in the driveway, they pop up so high, you just have to pull them out, and that's just how it is. I usually throw them in the bush, and that's it. So I'll tell you why I don't use a loader tractor right now in this transition period between winter and spring. That's what I'm going to call it right now, is because we don't get that much frost in the ground in the morning now. This morning it was frozen, but I might have only got an inch or two of frost in the ground right now. And if I bring the loader tractor out and I run up and down this driveway, that thing's got such point loading on the driveway because it's heavy and the frost is just in there a little bit. That's why I run track loader early in the morning. You'll see me doing all my driveway work in the morning when everything's frozen. There's no water, no muck. The driveway's not pumping right now. And look at that, things are now just unthawing right now. The sun's up, so that's why I come out early in the morning. That's why I use that track loader. Get that weight displacement out, and it's always nice to get back in the track loader in the spring and start getting at her. All right, you guys, thanks for tuning in. I'm just going to do a little more driveway maintenance and fool around outside, and I'll talk to you later. Thanks.